into the subject, how to get collections removed from your credit account. Now, first things first, let's talk about or discuss collection agencies, right? First of all, you want to get your credit score within the 720 range. 720 range and above is that pretty credit, is the credit that you want to meet and aspire for. That's your target number, right? That's that Shamar Moore credit, that pretty credit, that handsome credit, right? And so the 720 for the men, it may be that Holly Berry credit, right? For the men, that's 720 credit score. And I hear one of my mentors say all the time that Holly Berry credit, that pretty credit. And so when collections, first of all, purchase your debt from the original creditor. They pay pennies on the dollar for their debt, meaning that, for example, if you have $100 debt with the person or business that perform services for you or you receive services from, they have purchased that debt for around about or maybe $10, right? So $100 they collected for $10, and they want to collect that full amount from you. So the very first thing that a lot of people make mistakes in is that when collection agencies reach them, and they often try to reach them by phone or they reach them by mail, they take that letter, they avoid the phone calls, and they push it to the side, right? You have a 30-day window to respond to any collection agency that's attempting to collect a debt from you, because you don't need to ask them to verify the debt. The debt is verified. They already have your contact information. They already have your mailing address. That's why when collection agency contact you via phone, by phone, I inform people to, when they ask, am I speaking with, for my example, it would be LaTanya Deloach, my response is not, yes, this is she, it's who's calling, right? Because when you respond that this is your name and they've called your number, you are allowed them the verification process. Verification just means they want to say, recognize you are who you are, your address is where you reside, where you live, and that's how we verify. So when trying to get that pretty credit score, 720 or above, what you want to do is you want to have letters that state the law, right, and that states the language that you need in order to get pretty credit and to save yourself hundreds of dollars from paying collection agencies. So what do you do when you get a letter, when you get a phone call, and you don't identify yourself, right? You don't verify who they're speaking with. Their next step, you always want to get things in writing, right? You always want things in writing, because if it's not written, as my pastor said, it's not real. Their next form of communication with you would be through your mail, formal writing. This is what you need a validation letter for. Again, a validation letter that states the laws and states the language, right? So your validation letter should include things such as identify them as the original creditor, because once they purchase your debt, they are a third-party entity, meaning that these companies or agencies are not the original person that you entered into contract agreement with in return for their services, right? And so upon validation, they have to provide you that they have the original contract, that they have the rights to collect from you, and the only thing that will bond you to paying that amount is if they have the original contract saying that you agreed to pay them for services rendered. And a lot of times, oftentimes, they don't, right? A lot of people don't have the right validation letter, and where they make their errors and mistake is they try to, they let the collection hit their credit account, and then they try to attempt to pay or settle for an agreement with the collection agency, and then it goes on their credit report as a settlement, only settle for agreement. That still is a negative or derogatory remark on your credit report once you settle for that agreement, because a settlement is just what it is, and it will still drop your credit score by at least 30 points and sometimes often more. And then once you pay for a delete, if you decide to pay for a delete, then you have to make sure that you have something in writing stating from that collection agency that I'm paying for a delete, and this will be deleted off of my credit report. Now, another option you can take, this is the option I like, is to just contact your 3 major credit bureaus directly: TransUnion, Equifax, and Equifax, and Experience. TransUnion, Equifax, and Experience. So you send in writing to the 3 major credit bureaus: I did not enter into any contractual agreement for any services rendered by this company, ABC Collection Agency, and I would like to provide proof that I owe this company. I'm not aware of this debt, right? And so for people that would like to repair their own credit and fix it themselves, if you can dot every I and cross every T and read and apply these principles, I recommend you ordering the Credit Secret book. I read boatloads of book year-round concerning increasing your cash flow and your credit, right, scores and numbers. And if you can dot every I and cross every T, I recommend this book. You can get it, the Larry King Credit Secrets book. You can order it at thecreditsecretsbook.com, thecreditsecretsbook.com. But if you don't have, some people just don't have the time, they're time poor. They'd rather just pay someone to do it, pay me to do it themselves. They want the collections off their credit report. Just do not ignore it. When you first get contacted through collection agencies, through writing, you have a 30-minute day window to respond, a 30-day window to respond. So if you can't do it yourself and you want me to do it for you, just contact me. But I have to see your credit report, right? And you also need credit monitoring services once you're getting your credit fixed, so that you can monitor the changes that's going on. So in the link below this video, I will give you a link for credit monitoring services, and also where you can pull your credit report, because I can't tell you how I can help you if I cannot see your credit report first, right? I can't give you an estimate of cost, estimate of what needs to be done, unless I see your credit report. So you will have to get your credit report pulled, and then I will respond to you via email or text message, because I like to keep a written paper trail as well. My time is very valuable, and I don't have a lot of time for on-phone conversations, and it's more helpful for me to keep a written thread of what services that I'm offering to you, or want to provide for you, just by retrieving an email. So I prefer the email method, and secondly, the text message, right? So if you want to do it yourself, you're a very tedious person, you can read and apply. This book has those strategies of how to move collections, bankruptcies, tax liens, how to update your personal information on your credit report, and if you need to, how to use the advanced method of going through the Consumer Protection Bureau, right? The Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. If the creditors credit bureaus do not want to oblige to you or do right, when they don't have the validation that they need, the proof that they need. So again, I'm signing off. I hope this was helpful to you. Make sure you hit like and you share and you subscribe to me, and all the information that you need will be in the comment section if you're on Facebook, and YouTube, it'll be in the description section below. I'm signing off, Ms. Coach Deloach.